Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is pure fiction, so please don't take any of it seriously. This video contains a story about a relationship between boys, so if it disturbs you for any reason just leave. I don't own any of the Haikyuu characters or music or background art or anything other than the plot. This doesn't in any way show or describe or depict how the Haikyuu characters act. It is just for fun, so don't take any of this seriously. And please everyone respect the ship. I have an addiction with shipping every ship possible, so expect any ship from me, so no judging or negative comments about ships. But you can comment about my writing ability if it sucks. Feel free to criticize that as much as you want. But have some mercy, since English isn't my first language and I learned it from fanfiction and YouTubers. All text between represents thoughts. Atsumu presses his lips as he passes his finger over Iwaizumi's face in the picture. I got in so much trouble when I got back. They made me do 100 servings when we got back. Atsumu smiles sadly as he stares at the picture before letting out a small laugh. But it was so much worth it. The first thing I did when I got home was to print it out. But at the time I was still in the closet, so I didn't dare to put it in the keychain. Man, Samu pressured me so much about who I met, but I couldn't say it. Atsumu puts the small photo back in the keychain before looking at the box again and smiling warmly at a small teddy bear and picking it up. Spring of 2015, Tokyo, during Nationals. Why cannot these games be best of 5 rather than best of 3? I wanna play more. You wanna play more or stay here longer? What do you mean? You still haven't met your Tokyo crush yet? Samu. That's not it. I was starting to get excited playing against Karasuno. But it just ended. Well, if that is the case, we can beat them next year. They'd better make it before we graduate so we can beat them. Osamu lets out a laugh before dragging his twin toward the convenience store. Why are we here? Osamu doesn't reply as he pushes his brother inside. I wanna meet my sister-in-law. Can we not? How can I not? You have already been talking to her for over a year. And I still don't know who she is. You have to introduce her to me. Atsumu presses his lips together as his eyes shoot from one corner to another while he rubs his hands. Thought balloon, please be on break. Thought balloon, please be on break. Is that her? Atsumu looks in the direction his twin is pointing in and spots a cute woman dressed in all pink with strands of purple in her hair. And no. Oh, come on, since when were you shy? I am serious, that isn't her. But she is the only woman here. And I know she is here today. Because you said she will be here today. Where are you eavesdropping on me? No, everyone on the team was. Also, you were so loud everyone could hear, even if they didn't wanna spy on you. So annoying. So, I know she is here today. I think she might be. Atsumu. Osamu looks at the smiling Iwaizumi with a frown, then at his anxious brother before his features soften. Oh, got it, Osamu says as he detaches himself from his brother. Wait, don't think too much about it. Now, just enjoy the little time you have with that boy. I am just heading back to our rooms. We can talk later. Osamu screams as he runs out of the store, leaving both boys stunned. I shouldn't have approached you, right? No, I think it's gonna be fine. Iwaizumi nods at Atsumu before walking towards the register as Atsumu walks behind him. Tasuki-san, can I take my hour break now? The tiny woman nods at him before Iwaizumi grabs Atsumu's hand and starts walking outside. Where are we going? A new coffee shop. I can't wander off so far. Don't worry, it's only a 15-minute walk from here. Atsumu nods before glancing at their connected hands as a small smile spreads on his face. Iwaizumi, yeah, why don't you enroll in school again? I don't have the time for that. But, Atsumu, I know, I won't interfere in your personal matters, but it's not fair for you to continue working like that. What do you want me to do then? I will go back when I am stable enough to support my education. Move in with me. Iwaizumi immediately stops as he turns to look at Atsumu. What did you say? Move in with me. And your parents? I live with my twin alone. My parents never come home. Even if I move with you, I still have to pay for stuff. Not really. Iwaizumi sighs as he tightens his grasp on Atsumu's hand when he starts walking again. I won't accept that, but I am not gonna allow a stranger to spend money on me. Atsumu freezes as he yanks his hand away from Iwaizumi. I am not a stranger. Yeah, but your parents are. Atsumu crosses his arms on his chest as he glares at Iwaizumi, making him sigh. Iwaizumi places a hand on Atsumu's cheek and caresses his cheek softly, making Atsumu stare into Iwaizumi's eyes as his features soften. Baby, I cannot accept it. Our parents usually send us a lot of money. The majority of it is in my savings account. I only spend, like 40% of it monthly and save the rest. I don't mind if I give you the rest. That money is my parents', and I cannot deny that, but they never ask about it, and they consider it ours. They also expect us to use all of it, and I prefer helping you out rather than burn it on other things. Honestly, I don't mind sending you my extra pocket money, but I know that the most expensive thing is rent. So, even if I help, it is not enough for you to go back to school. But if you live with me, you don't have to worry about rent. But we don't pay rent because my parents own the place. And for the other expenses, if you want to help, a part-time job after school will be enough. I know that it will be enough if you don't work at all. But I know you won't accept that. So, please Iwaizumi, think it through. If you get back to school now, you can finish grade 11, and we will graduate together next year. I know you will be late 1 year. But that is way better than graduating 5 or more years later from high school. What about your twin? He won't mind, as long as you don't get in his space. We have separate rooms, so he won't mind. I honestly wanted to ask you earlier, but I was afraid to tell Samu. But now, I don't think he will mind. Talk to Osamu first and I will think about it in the meantime. Atsumu nods before holding Iwaizumi's hands, but before they begin to walk to the shop again, Atsumu's phone begins ringing. Yes. Where are you? Why? What do you mean by why? They are asking us to pack our things to leave. But didn't they give us an hour to play before we head back? It's already been an hour. Really? Atsumu takes his phone from his ear and looks at the time before frowning. But, Atsumu says as he stares at Iwaizumi with a pout. Get your ass back here, now. Osamu says before hanging up, leaving Atsumu staring at Iwaizumi with his phone pressed to his ear. You have to go. I am sorry. What for? It's not like you can control this. Yes, but you wanted to take me to that shop. If we went there and then chatted. I only care about the time I can spend with you more than where we spend it. But, let's start walking back to your hotel. Atsumu nods as he drags his feet near Iwaizumi, making Iwaizumi smile. I want more time with you. Me too, baby. Iwaizumi looks at a gift shop they passed before pulling Atsumu in its direction. Iwaizumi, I wanna buy you something. But, the shop is here. If we run back, we can make it in 10 minutes. Atsumu nods as they enter the small shop filled with all kinds of gifts. Iwaizumi let go of Atsumu's hand before picking up a small beige teddy bear wearing the Japanese volleyball national team jersey carrying a volleyball in its hand. He shows it to Atsumu, who is smiling widely at Iwaizumi. Atsumu rubs his hand over the small bear's head, before hugging it to his chest. I ended up arriving late and got scolded that day. Atsumu hugs the bear tighter. But it was so worth it. Even though the team continued to tease me, asking why my Tokyo girlfriend bought me a teddy bear and not the other way around. Up until Osamu blew in their faces in the bus and shut them up. Atsumu laughs as he pulls the bear out of his embrace and looks at it. That was the first time Osamu was mean to anyone in the club, so everyone was shocked and didn't comment further. And surprisingly, the team never brought it up again. Later that night, we had a long talk about our sexuality. Atsumu throws his bag on the floor before climbing onto his bed. The small teddy bear, still in his hand. He lifts it in the air as he stares smiling at it. You don't look so upset we lost against Karasuno. That's because we definitely are gonna crush them next year. Such confidence from a loser. You lost too. Atsumu screams as he sits on the bed and glares at his twin, who is staring at the bear in Atsumu's hand while leaning on the door frame. Atsumu gulps before shifting his position and sitting properly on his bed. He glances at the bear Osamu is staring at before looking back at his brother. Do you mind? What? I mean. Atsumu lowers his gaze to the bear he's holding with both hands, making Osamu sigh as he sits near Atsumu. Why would I? I think I am the same. Think. Well, I am not sure if you are into women at all or not. But I knew for a while that I was only attracted to men. I don't think I have ever looked at a girl like that. Atsumu wraps his arms around his twin before speaking again. I am so lucky that I had you as my twin brother. Osamu smiles as he grabs Atsumu's arm. So, how are things going with that boy? Our relationship is great, but his life isn't. What do you mean? His parents kicked him out after he came out. He is a year older than us, but due to what happened he never finished grade 11. Wait, you mean that happened last year? Atsumu just nods on his twin's shoulder. Ever since he has been working his ass off to survive day by day, and he has no time for school. He actually used to be a volleyball player too. Really? Yeah, they were a good team too. They had great games against Shiratorizawa. Shiratorizawa? Do you mean, they made it to nationals before? No, he is from Miyagi. Oh, Samu. Yes, Sumu. Can he live with us? If he can care less about how to live each day, he can make it back to school and Sumsum. Please, Osamu, he really. Are you sure about this info? What do you mean? What if he is just using you, and he is actually much older? He is not deceiving me. How do you know that? As I said, I have seen a few of his games, and the dates add up to his age. Alright, he didn't lie about his age or where he is from, but what about other stuff? What if his parents moved to Tokyo, and he wasn't kicked out? Atsumu shakes his head before speaking again. I get that you are concerned. But I am not naive. I double-checked if he was telling the truth or not. Atsumu sighs as he looks at his twin. Don't worry about me, I won't fall for such scams easily. He is serious. Honestly, he never asked for anything from me. I was the one to suggest that. He even refuses it. Let me think about it for a few days. Atsumu nods as Osamu tabs on his arms. When are you planning to let go of me? Can you sleep here tonight? Why would I when I have a whole bed for myself in my room? But, just call your Tokyo crush and sleep to his voice or something. Atsumu's cheeks turn red as he removes his arms from Osamu's shoulders, making Osamu smirk as he stands up. Don't get too shy, cause I am planning to do the same. Wait, you are dating someone? And if I am, do I know them? They are from the volleyball club. Who? They are not out, otherwise, I would have told you. Atsumu laughs as he strokes the bear's head with his thumb again. I didn't know who he was dating until we graduated from high school. Atsumu places the bear back in the box before picking a thin black bracelet. Convincing Osamu was the easy part. Iwaizumi stayed stubborn and refused to move in with me until a few months later. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had fun. What do you think of the story so far? Don't forget to comment them. I love reading all your opinions of the fanfic.